That was really hard, and it's gonna be hard, but I'm so proud. Hello, my friends. It is not morning anymore. We have gone to the deli, and we swung by Michael's actually on the way out because I offered to make Jax a new hat on the drive for the school year, and tan was actually a choice, and I didn't have tan, so got that. And then I came home and I've been packing, so I've got both of the kids' clothes packed. Here's my clothes there's a little space. I could have fit it all in one, but it might rain, so I ended up taking up a quarter of my space with a big hoodie. So pajamas and swim have moved up here, so I'm just using the space for smaller things that normally would get chucked in random places, like my jewelry and scrunchies, and then I put like laundry stuff and bracelets. And yeah, I think I'm gonna move on to my toiletries. I already did the kids. And in about an hour and a half, I'm going to walk with Jax, hopefully all the way to the school. We'll see. I'm gonna have to drive my car down there ahead of time, get it as close as I can without actually parking in the school, since I'm not sure if I'm allowed to. And then walk back. And then I guess I could call the school and see if I'm allowed to park there. And then I will walk back, get Jax, and we'll walk there. I think I'll park in the neighborhood to be safe, just in case we don't make it all the way. And then I have offered to go take Jax for a snack as a reward. So that'll happen hopefully around 2:30, so around 2 I'll need to stop and take my car. But we leave tomorrow at 8, so I need to get everything done. I could potentially do some braiding because things are going pretty well. It would be really nice to just sit for a little bit too. I might have a sit break soon, but just wanted to check in. Hello again. I don't have anything. I know it's just packing your food. We did it. We did a really good first walk. It took 7 minutes to get from, or 17 minutes to get from the door to the path at the edge of the neighborhood that goes onto school property. And because Jax was having so much anxiety, like I get that too, where you're like nervous about something and your insides just are like, no. Because of that, I was like, we'll just get to that point and then we'll go to my car, because I got a parking spot right along the road, right maybe 2 houses away from the path. Unfortunately, it was right beside the house where Jax slipped on ice and broke the leg. But yeah, that was amazing. Didn't want to push it any further than that because this was the first time. And then I said we could go out for some food or something. So we went to the coffee shop and Jax got a protein shake and an egg sandwich. I just had a little scone and I have an iced coffee here, decaf. So I'm gonna finish trying to pack up I need to pack the stuff that goes in here because Danny has now put the little shelf thing on the back of the Jeep. There's the Jeep. I don't know if you can see that. See the shadow there? That's from the little rack that bag's gonna be on. So we're packing lighter. Normally we would bring a big plastic bin and then a cooler. That would be about even height, and then we put this bag on top. But Danny doesn't want to have to do all that if possible, so we're trying to only pack in here. There's no space inside the Jeep except what you can fit at your own feet because Piggy will be in the back on top of his crate with a bed. So I feel like I'm doing pretty well. I do want to do some braiding tonight, which means the stuff I use to braid will not make it into that bag. Mainly my flat iron and brush, but I'll just have to cram it in with all my other stuff. These are things that are done. I need to get some toilet paper for the Airbnb. See if there's any other food items. I just have some cereal and coffee and tea. The rest of the food will be in the car with us because we could snack on it, but I need to look through it and see if I want to make like a trail mix so we don't have a million little bags. But yeah, I just wanted to check in. I'm so proud of Jax. That was really hard and it's gonna be hard, but I'm so proud. What do we have?
I don't.
I don't even know.
Goofy waffles, like pancakes with built-in.
Everyone, I wonder if there's something I can set you on. Maybe this water cup. So I can talk to you while I work on my braids. It is 9:36 and I just told Sebastian it's bedtime, but I'm trying to see how many braids I can get done while he's getting ready. I just did these 4. I'm just gonna bring everything with me, but I mean, it'd be nice to get some done. Where's the hair that's on my face? Sorry, that's not a look, but I need access to these hairs. So basically, my hair grows out, so I've got to take the braid out and redo it. So I'm changing colors. This had a really light ombre. Anyway, talk to you after the walk. I'm very, very proud of Jax. I went straight into working on the food. Danny and I actually tag teamed to make a trail mix because he wanted to put pistachios in it and he needed to shell them. I chopped up dried mango and just, gathered a bunch of snacks for both the car and then to put in our storage bag to have on hand at the house. And then I finally got to sit down and chill for an hour before we went to dinner. It was pretty late dinner. This is the hair that gets stuck in here it's been about a month and a half, so that was what was in this braid. It's just the hair I shed. I do shed a lot. And when I first started growing out my bleach, a lot of my hair was only about this long because it had broken. And I was like, maybe one day it'll be as long as the comb. Look at that, it's almost double the cone. Anyway, we did the food. I sat and chilled. That was wonderful. I could have been breathing, but I just needed to sit and chill. I really did. I was so tired. I've been going. Hold on, let me get some here. It's gonna mix some red into that one, so I'm gonna have to get that too. But we went out to a Greek restaurant that we like called Opa, and I got some pasta salad. We tried out a little travel game I got from the dollar store, which was just a mini version, hope you can hear me, of Apples to Apples. And that was fun. Doesn't have that many cards, but it's fun. And then I came home, Jax had been napping, and I made dinner to deliver to Jax. I had a quick bath because I just really needed it. Again, been very, very busy, and also we don't have a bathtub in our bathroom at the rental. Just a shower. And then, yeah, got out and been doing this till bedtime. So I need to go check on Sebastian because he's probably not getting ready. He's probably watching videos. I saw he snagged the power bank that I use to have fairy lights in the living room when we have guests, because his iPad is probably dead. He was watching a movie with a friend outside on their trampoline, so I'm sure it's quite dead. But yeah, he gets really distracted and I have to make him switch to listening to music or he won't get ready for bed. And we're getting up early because we're leaving at 8. So I will still need to pack up this braiding stuff. And what did I do to this knot? Oh my goodness, that's a mess. I just tie a little string that I braid into it, and then I use fry check on the knot. And the hair has a kinky texture, which helps it grip, but does not match my texture, so I smooth that out. Yeah, I need to pack all this stuff, and I need to pack my chargers, cables, and I need to pack up like my amusement kind of stuff. I call it my carry-on. What's gonna be at my feet? It has any knitting and crochet, waters for everybody. I don't know what else I will have in there. Coloring probably. Just all my personal stuff, because the body bag, as I call it, on the back of the Jeep is already packed up. So I would love to put my flat iron in there, but that's not gonna happen because it is locked up and I want to keep using this. I might do some more after he's in bed, but I'm gonna go check on him. I've got a lot to do. These ones, how much is left on this side? This is my small side. I do have a side part. Looks like, oh, only 3 left on the side. That's pretty good. Anyway, I'm going to go, and I will see you tomorrow for our little road trip. Yeah, wish us luck. Stay safe, be kind, and don't forget, wash your hands.